Hey, Susan, Coach Kyle here. Thanks for the message. So you submitted my Ask Me Anything form, and you said basically, what do I suggest for running in the snow? You said I'm a new gal that ran walked her first 5K on Sunday. Super cool. So you've seen drilling little spikes in their shoes. You've had yak tracks suggested to you by a friend. Yesterday, you were so tired from slipping nearly every stride. You live in the country, so you don't have a treadmill, so outside is your only option. So you mentioned spikes, and you can buy little spikes that you actually screw into your shoe's outsole. Another option that's probably a quarter of the price is hardware store screws. Just go into the store, get the shortest screws you can find, and get the ones that don't have a smooth head. I don't know what the top of a screw is called. Get them that are a little that have corners. They're octagonal, hexagonal, and put one here because you toe off right there. You can see I have a ton of wear right there, so I would put one right here, two here, and probably two here. Maybe a couple back here because I make initial contact right there. You can see it's flat, but that way. So the screws are nice because they don't protrude a ton, which means they're good for ice. They're good for a little bit of snow. But that also means, and the nice thing about screws is that they are fine on clean pavement as well. So like me out here, if I were to go for a run, I would run today. It snowed a number of days ago. So most of the sidewalks, most of the bike paths are cleared. So I would do most of my run on pavement, but there's some ice out there. There's some not so well cleared areas. So the screws are nice for that because the screws are fine on clean pavement. But they offer you a little bit of traction help, a little bit of safety if you hit an ice patch. But yak tracks, on the other hand, you mentioned yak tracks. Now there's a ton of options out there. Yak tracks are probably the most well known. They are a web. There's straps there's some Velcro. You can pull them up. We'll go with a web that kind of goes around the shoe, and there's legit spikes, claws that are attached to the bottom. So these are nice when you're going to go out for a run and you're not going to run on any or very little clean pavement, and you need some real legit traction. The thing with those is I would never wear those today because I'm going to do most of my run on no or little snow. But last Saturday I did 14 miles, and literally a half-mile segment was on clean pavement. The other 13.5 miles was on, this much to this much snow. And, like this much snow was running through tire tracks. So that would have been nice. I would have really loved some yak tracks for that run. Because the yak tracks, they dig a lot deeper, so they're going to help you a lot on when you're running on compact snow, etc. So you got to choose, think, where am I going to run? What kind of terrain am I going to encounter? You can, if you run with a pack, you could have the yak tracks in the pack and put them on if you find you need them. So you have some good options. Screws are nice. Spikes are okay. I just prefer the screws because they're cheaper. And yak tracks are nice to have as well. So I'll link some good options below. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. And thanks for submitting that form. If anybody else wants to submit an Ask Me Anything form, that is also linked below.